Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday morning here at Palm Springs Stadium. We got a doubleheader for you today. It's Colonials versus Coyotes in Game 1 and Bootleggers versus Blue Sox in Game 2. I'm Charlie Gonzalez, joined here with Johnny Maldonado. And Johnny, yesterday I was able to call the uncommitted game, which was a mixture of two teams, a mixture of all PSCL squads. And it was nice to see teammates that usually play with each other, going up against each other, and it was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's always fun to see seeing your teammate on the other side of the dugout. Sometimes you wonder if they have any bragging rights on whoever has the better game, but at the end of the day, they're also there for their own personal needs or trying to find a new home. But it's always great to have an uncommitted game to get those noticed.
Yeah, and especially like the one time when teammates go against each other, they can say, well, when we face each other, I beat you, and you're never going to get that next chance to get back at me. So
it's always a fun time.
Yeah.
But today we should have a good one, too, as both teams are currently tied for 6th place at 2 and 3 apiece. So both of them are looking to break even after tonight, but only one of them would be able to do that.
I have a couple fans in here already, and it's Bark in the Park tonight here. So make sure, any listeners, if you haven't planned already, and viewers, to bring your dogs out, as everyone's welcome. So leading off for the Colonials is going to be number 12, Aaron Newcomb. Also due up this inning, Gus Harper and William Dalton. We'll get the full starting lineup in just a moment. And the umpires are here and ready. On the mound, Zach Thomason for the Coyotes. There's ball one. So starting lineup for the Colonials. Batting first, the shortstop, number 12, Aaron Newcomb. Batting second, the second baseman, number 20, Gus Harper. Batting third, center fielder, number 24, William Dalton. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 14, Caden Aslin. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 4, Bradley Stoner. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 8, Russell Lopez. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 5, Noah Munoz. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 9, Brock Robbie. Batting ninth, the extra hitter, number 11, Daniel Dalton. And batting 10th, the designated hitter, number 3, Corey Fisher. That's a chopper over to third base and quickly throwing it across for out number 1 as Newcomb ran as fast as he could. He nearly got there, but retired on pitch number 5. 1 away. Thompson delivers the first pitch to Gus Harper, and it's strike 1. And Thompson went to high school with our colleague Tyler Bloomer. He said, because he's one of the newer PSCL players, and he recognized that name, and he's like, oh my God, I know that guy.
Small world we live in here.
Definitely a small world out in the Coachella Valley. A lot of College of the Desert players, a lot of familiar faces. Our colleagues just know people around here. 1-2 count for Gus Harper. There's ball 2.
Gus Harper's out of Oklahoma Wesleyan College.
This is popped up high in the infield, and first baseman moving over into foul territory to make the catch. Excellent play. That's Manzano for out number 2.
And now we have William Dalton, the center fielder, coming up to bat right now, the lefty.
Some of these, the brother duos here in the PSCL, a couple of them are twins. They're sets of twins, so the only way to tell them apart is by number. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Swings at that. It's going to be a chopper over, and it stays in fair territory. No, they're saying it's going to go foul.
Just went foul. He yanked it down the line.
Yeah, the last time it touched ground, it was in fair territory, but it drifted to the right of first base, and that is why it went foul. That would have been an unassisted out at first had it been fair. On deck, Caden Aslin. So no balls, 2 strikes for William Dalton.
And Willem Dalton's currently batting .429.
Oh, strike 3. He gets the top corner of the zone. And Thomason retiring the side in order in 13 pitches. We go to the bottom of the first. There's no score here between the Colonials and Coyotes. We'll be right back after this.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning between the Colonials and Coyotes. They both stand at 2-3 on the season so far. No score. And starting on the mound for the Colonials, number 21, Anthony Cias. Now, here's the lineup for the Coyotes. Starting on the mound, as we mentioned earlier, number 16, Zach Thomason. Batting first, the center fielder, number 11, Richard Gill. Batting second, the catcher, number 3, Dylan Garcia. Batting third, the right fielder, number 19, Mason St. Hilary. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 6, Caleb Montemayor. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 9, Antonio Longobardi. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 7, Luke Manzano. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 10, Caden Horwood. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 12, Everett Babcock. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 5, Matthew Kubotsu. And batting 10th, the extra hitter, number 2, Christian Ariola. We're just a moments away from the first pitch at the bottom of the first inning here. In that uncommittee game yesterday, there were no official umpires, so it was really up to the catcher to rule everything, and they weren't showing bias to their team's pitcher. They were being fair about it, so credit to them. Even in a just a kind of a fun showcase game.
It had nothing wrong with some honest work behind the plate.
Okay, here we go.
And now we have Richard Gill out of College of the Desert. He's a recent 2025 high school graduate. Was also batting .400 as well, so a lot of these players on these teams are swinging the bat very good, pretty good. Only one game without a hit.
Coyotes had a rough start to the year, and they won a 2-game win streak. So that popped back against the net. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you're right. Coyotes do have back-to-back wins. They've been heating up with the bats so far as they gave the Grizzlies their first loss. Before the first loss, the Grizzlies were 4-0.
The 0-2 pitch. Anthony C. is ahead in the count early. He delivers. That's chopped foul. Will stay alive at the plate. Still no balls, 2 strikes.
He's staying alive up there. Swinging at anything close to keep his at-bat going.
C is a left-handed pitcher, so any base runner who gets on, he'll be staring right at them at first. 0-2. Low and outside. Ball 1.
Great take by him.
The 1-2. smacked into center field. It's going to bounce before reaching William Dalton. So a leadoff single for Richard Gill. And now here comes Dylan Garcia.
Dylan Garcia is also one of those who's uncommitted, but he's also having a great season, batting .533.
Oh, swings at the first pitch, shoots that right into left field, and the base runners will advance. So Richard Gill gets a second with that single by Garcia. 2 batters, 2 hits. Coyotes off to a good start.
They seem to find their groove after beating the Grizzlies. But who wouldn't, though, after you beat an undefeated team 4 games into the Summer League?
Catcher already going out to talk to Cias real fast. That's Brock Robbie. Now here's 19 Mason St. Hilary. This works to the Coyotes' advantage because he's a left-handed batter, and if he ropes one deep in anywhere into right field or right center field, then Richard Gill's coming home, and maybe Dylan Garcia too. So Colonials in a pickle here early. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Cia's ahead in the count now. This is the second time it's been a pitcher's count this inning. Not able to retire the batter he's faced though yet.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of strikes, but the Coyotes just seem to swing at strikes only. They've been doing really well at not swinging at bad pitches.
Yeah, they're good at recognizing when the ball is going to soar out of the zone.
And that's always scary as a pitcher because their job is to throw strikes. But if they're not swinging at the balls, then you just got to hope that your breaking stuff works for you.
And Mason St. Hilary goes down swinging there. And there's the first out of the bottom of the first inning. No score, 2 runners on.
And now we have the left fielder, Caleb Montemayor, out of Alone College. Standing 5'10", 180 pounds, with a .385 batting average.
There's strike 1. And the all PSCL All-Star game is going to be July 4th, so there's going to be fireworks, and there's going to be one team that reigns victorious over the other, and that's going to be, once again, just like the uncommitted game yesterday, a sense of bragging rights, as then some of those players become opponents, and some of the other players, they become teammates again.
I've always heard the All-Star game is always fun to watch.
It's the equivalent of like the Pro Bowl. You only get to see like some players play on the same team as each other once in their careers. This is hitting the right field and getting down, fielding it quickly, is Bradley Stoner throwing it home. The relay is not even going to be thrown. So an RBI single by Caleb Montemayor. Some great base running by Richard Gill.
And that makes it 3 straight singles for the Coyotes. Finding their groove yet again.
1-0. Coyotes lead in the bottom of the first with 1 out.
And now we have Antonio Longobardi out of Occidental College, just a recent graduate as well.
Ball 1. It's funny, he plays shortstop, but the Long isn't his name. That's you ever think of the irony of that?
Oh, Longo.
Yeah, Shortabardi. Pop back, woo, soaring over past the press box. No balls, 1 strike. Or sorry, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, in every game Longobardi plays in, he's always recording a hit, so he's currently on a 3-game hit streak so far. Hopefully he can continue this trend as the Coyotes already have a 1-0 lead, but with 1 out, so a base hit here could possibly extend it.
This is hit up the middle. It'll be a 6 unassisted out at second, and then a 6-3 double play to retire Longobardi. So after 1 inning, the Coyotes lead the Colonials 1-0. We have 4-5-6 due up. We'll be right back after this.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Replaced or repaired? Then company. We do it all. New installs, retro, over 100 years. Committed to bringing you the best garage doors, covers, and accessories. Whether a garage door for your home, efficient commercial door, a better integrated door, industrial application. You'll see the Red Ribbon logo, the genuine, the door products and serve for the Red Ribbon for products that are reliable and safe. Our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 760-772-3667. Overhead Door Company. We sell the best and service the rest.
Look out to the leader, Overhead Doors.
Welcome back to the top of the second inning. 4-5-6 due up for the Colonials. Cade Aslan, Bradley Stoner, and Russell Lopez. There's ball one from Thomason. Ooh, popped. Get a little piece of that. And it rolls foul. Couldn't see where the ball went, but I did hear him make contact with the bat, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Umpire going out there to talk to Thomason, hand him the ball instead of throwing it.
Yeah, Aslan's been doing good as well. He's also one of those players that has 3 hits in 4 games, so he only has 1 hitless game, which was against the Bombers. But he did have 2 walks, so he's been seeing the ball very well.
Strike 2. Now it's a pitcher's count. Thomason feeling in the groove. He's come out strong in every game he's started. He doesn't need a long rest in between pitches. A swing and a miss, and he retires Cade Aslan, going down on strikes. 4 pitches, 1 out.
That'd be his second strikeout in 2 innings.
Yeah, he retired William Dalton, went down looking, and follows that up, retiring Aslan, swinging. Look at over on deck, it's Russell Lopez, and he's swinging with 2 bats while warming up. You don't see that very often.
Reminds you of Babe Ruth when he was swinging.
Yeah, it gets you that extra arm strength. There's ball 1.
Yeah, Stoner's out of Taft College. Will be attending there, excuse me.
Swing and a miss, starting low and ending high. Was out ahead of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He might have been looking for a fastball there. Currently has 2 stolen bases and 2 walks.
That's a chopper up the middle. It'll bounce, and just getting past Longobardi.
Yeah.
So a 1-out single for Bradley Stoner, and there's the first Colonial base runner.
Great attempt by the shortstop. Making a diving play, but it was just out of his reach. Just hit hard enough to get it past him.
There's a number of factors that go into whether an infielder can field something before it goes into the outfield. That one just worked in favor of Bradley Stoner. Now here's Russell Lopez, the left fielder. Oh, check over to first. Oh,
Very close.
man. The thing about that was the throw was on time. It was just a little high, and as a result, Manzano could not reach his glove down to tag Stoner in time.
Great pickoff attempt, too. Almost got him over there.
Well, check swing. There's strike one. Thomason delivers. There's ball one.
Messed up with that high fastball, trying to see if he could be able to swing.
Usually the high fastball, if they intend to put it where exactly it is, it's meant for them to have a quick ground out in the infield, because it's hard to get the bat underneath it for it to carry past the infield when it's that high.
And it's also hard to lay off, too. It just looks so juicy when it's throwing up like that.
There's strike two. Thomason, patient on the mound. Oh, roped foul going over towards where the bouncy house will be inflated later today for Bark in the Park. It's still a 1-2 count.
We still have yet to see a pitcher go in a full count. A lot of them just go with 2 balls, but they seem to get the batter out. They're having no issues so far. They're both finding their groove early on.
And Thomason reached a 2-2 count against the first 2 batters in this game. Another pickoff attempt. Stoner is still safe.
After that attempt, he was making sure he doesn't do anything else. Do it again, I mean.
And there's a hit, and it's going into the corner of left field. Maybe foul territory. It is. Ooh.
Just foul. If that stayed fair, that was going to be a lot of trouble, as there's a lot of foul territory over there, too.
Yeah, and that dirt combined with the fence, it's known to have balls ricochet back into the field of play the closer to the wall it is. And so, lucky for Montemayor out there, yeah, that ball maybe a foot or two to the left of the third baseline.
And Stoner was already rounding second, so he might have had a chance to score to tie it up in the second inning.
Oh, he would have been safe at home by a mile. He was like halfway to third base by the time that ball landed. There's a swing and a miss. Russell Lopez goes down on strikes. 2 outs in the top of the second. Coyotes leading 1-0.
2 outs with 2 strikeouts.
Noah Munoz now the first baseman. And Jacob, the coach of the Coyotes, has done after that 0-3 start. It's a great adjustment, and they look to keep it going, get themselves to 500.
Yeah, both teams been doing great as well.
Swing and a miss. There's strike one. A quick throw over to first, but Stoner is safe. Something we've seen improvement of is the communication on those 2-3 pickoff attempts between the catcher and the first baseman. Earlier on in the season, it didn't matter what the team was. They weren't on the same page. There were balls that were soaring past the first baseman, but now you see them. They're much quicker. They know what the other player's going to do, and that's what you want to see.
It's always great to see how much improvement they tend to make only within the first week. So a lot of these coaches, they work their magic.
There's ball one, and sliding in and being tagged out is just not quick enough. So that's a 2-6, and that's how we'll end the inning on a 1-1 count, meaning Noah Munoz's plate appearance will resume in the top of the third. So we go to the bottom of the second. Coyotes leading 1-0. We'll be right back.
Undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the second inning. Coyotes lead the Colonials 1-0. Due up 6-7-8. Luke Manzano leading off. After him, Caden Horwood and Everett Babcock. And Ciaz is still on the mound for the Colonials. Ooh, swings at the first pitch. That's going to drift foul into the park next door. No balls, 1 strike.
Luke Mazzano's last game was against the Bombers. They won 2-3, and he went with the walk and a run.
Ooh, the 0-1 pitch misses the zone by just a hair. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Great frame job by the catcher, too. Try to sneak in a strike. But the good thing about Manzano is that he scored in back-to-back games.
Finds the zone there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now pitchers count again. Swing and a miss. And Ciaz retires Luke Manzano. 1 out in the bottom first.
It looks like we have ourselves a pitcher's duel.
Certainly looks like it could go that way. And right now, winning that duel, though, is Thomason. But Ciaz, after giving up 3 hits in the first, looks to kind of bounce back and keep the Coyotes scoreless this time around.
And now we have Caden Horwood, the third baseman, out of Adrian College.
Horwood takes strike 1 looking. And right away, you see the anticipation that the Colonials on defense have. Caden Aslan, he's doing his best trying to shift his feet, anticipating anything coming his way. That's fouled off into the park. Next door, no balls, 2 strikes.
Caden Hurt currently has 2 hits in both of the games he's played in, both against the A's, with 3 walks to total up as well.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. And so back-to-back swinging Ks for Ciaz to start out the bottom of the second. And now here comes Everett Babcock, looking to extend the Coyotes' lead in the second inning before he gets retired. "16 pitches in the first inning for Ciaz, and looking to get through this quicker. There's a ground ball. It's going to get past Munoz at first base. So first pitch swinging, he gets a 2-out single. So far, though, as far as like batters faced and pitch count, Ciaz is doing a better job in the second inning than he did in the first. Here's Matthew Kubotsu, the second baseman.
Matthew Kubotsu is out of Beaumont High School, standing 5'10", 155 pounds. Had a hit and an RBI in his last game.
The first pitch, just above the zone, ball 1.
Rarity in the bottom of the second, and both pitchers combined have 6 strikeouts, 3 apiece.
Ball 2. I wonder what sound effects we're going to get for Bark in the Park tonight, because we were talking, with our marketing colleagues.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like different dog sound effects. I'm really hoping for Snoopy, and I'm hoping for things from Up. All those talking dog collars. Oh, so many memorable quotes. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Maybe they'll be like the Mariners and play a doorbell sound to see if they start barking.
Ooh, smacks us into left field and soaring right over to Lopez, who's just waiting for it. So that'll be a line out, and that's how the bottom of the second will end. Coyotes leading the Colonials 1-0 after 2. We go to the top of the third. We'll be right back.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Welcome back. It's the top of the third inning. Thomason still on the mound for the Colonials. Due up 7-8-9. Noah Munoz. His plate appearance will resume after Bradley Stoner was caught stealing second. That ended the inning. After him, Brock Robbie and Daniel Dalton. 1 out lead for the Coyotes. They look to preserve it here. First pitch. Whoa. That bounced way before the bat. Or it got to the plate. That bounced in the dirt. It was closer to the infield grass than it was the plate. Way too early on that release.
Yeah, it might have just slipped out of his hands. Still doing great so far, though. That was the only bad pitch he's had within 2 innings. He's been doing great so far, as he had 13 in the second inning.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. The changeup fools Munoz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. That's a chopper, and it will drift over foul on that bounce. So 2-2 count. For some reason, when I was first doing research on Munoz, I thought he was a player that had played for a previous summer ball team I did, because he also was going to wear number 5. He also had a name that started with the first 4 letters, and he went to the same school. So, like, I was fooled. Oh, there's a swing and a miss, and it looks like it'll be a pass ball, and he's not going to be able to get it in time. So, Thomason will get the K, but because it was a pass ball, he'll get on base.
Yeah, Tomanto's been doing great so far in his past 2 outings. In 4.2 innings pitched, he had 4 strikeouts. Not including these, so in total he has a total of 6 so far in the past 3 outings.
Here's Brock Robbie. Let's watch his strike 1 go down the middle. Swings at that, popped up into shallow left field, and coming over to make the grab is Montemayor for out number 1.
And now we have Dalton Thomas, the extra hitter.
Daniel Dalton here. Inside, ball 1.
Daniel Dalton out of Roosevelt University.
Oh, check over to first. Thompson's getting better and better at that pickoff attempt. The base runner's just quick on their feet.
Yeah, he's trying to catch him sleeping there.
Oh, whoa, duck out of the way of that one. 2 balls, no strikes.
Daniel Dalton currently has a 3-game hit streak. Has a hit in every game he's played in so far.
Swings and misses at that. 2 balls, 1 strike. Excuse me. The 2-1 from Thomason to Daniel Dalton. Oh, it's a little blooper, and that would have been foul territory, but moving over and making the catch is Manzano for out number 2.
Jammed him inside. Beat him in with that fastball, and he fouled out. Great start.
So now we're back. We're to the bottom of the order. Whoa! And strange turn of events there as Noah Munoz steals second, and the 1-6 put out just a little too late on the lob over there, and we have a runner in scoring position for the first time for the Colonials.
Yeah, making quick work, trying to catch him off guard, and he was successful.
And Corey Fisher, as a right-handed batter, in all likelihood, if he hits one deep, it'll go into left field. Depending on how deep it goes, they may hold Munoz up at third. We'll see what happens here at this plate appearance. Here, ball 1.
Corey Fisher will be attending Cal State University, San Marcos.
Yeah, the CSU system consists of, I think, 23 schools in California. Handful of them are in D1, some of them are D2, and remainder D3, I believe.
Yeah, quite the choices.
The 1-0 pitch from Thomason. Oh, ball 2, fastball high. Now watch the left fielder, though. He's backed up far, anticipating a big swing here. Compared to the right fielder, who's not backed up as far. There's ball 3.
This would be Thomason's first 3-0 count.
Yeah, the tying run is scoring position, leading run at the plate. Coyotes leading 1-0. There he finds the zone. One of the dogs I met in the previous games here at the stadium leading up to tonight, which is Bark in the Park, is there's a dog named Charlie Brown. I told the owners, man, that's my nickname. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and we have a full count for Corey Fisher. So I hope Charlie Brown turns up.
Did you meet your twin?
Yeah. That'll be a chopper getting past the pitcher. Over to the shortstop, scooping it up, throwing it first for the 6-3 putout, and that is how the inning will end. The Coyotes preserve their lead. No runs come around to score. After 2.5, 1-0 Coyotes. We'll be back for the bottom of the third right after this. Hang tight. Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning. Sia's on the mound, looking to stop the Coyotes from tacking on more runs as they lead 1-0 here in this game. Due up 10-1-2, and as Christian Arriola fouls off the first pitch. We go to the top of the order after him. Richard Gill and Dylan Garcia also due up.
Yeah, Arriola is coming out of Whittier College. Had a hit and a strikeout in the last game against the Bombers.
The 0-1 from Arriola. Swing and a miss, starting low and ending high. Strike 2. Sia's finding his groove, giving up a run and 3 hits in the first inning, but then coming back in the second, striking out 2 and only giving up 1 hit, and they did not advance beyond first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's been doing a great job so far. Bounced back from the first inning, giving up 3 hits.
And what happens, though, when a pitcher adjusts to the batters usually respond to the pitchers, too. We'll see exactly who wins this duel as Arriola goes down looking for the first out. Now we'll round it back to the top of the order.
And that would be Richard Gill, who singled and scored in the first inning.
Find a hole in that gap. It's wide open center field. Second baseman way off the bag. Shortstop also far away from it. And center fielder not directly in center field.
Yeah, shading towards right a little bit.
He's got a lot of green to work with out there. So 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, pops that back against the net. 1 ball, 1 strike. There were some home runs hit, PSCL games, even 1 hit in a power game here at this field. But I'm bummed because I wasn't calling any of those games that occurred in. That would have been exciting.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing some homers.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see one with my own 2 eyes. Pop into center field and going right over to William Dalton. Barely had to take a step. There's out number 2. So here goes Dylan Garcia. Had a single in the first inning, following up Richard Gill's single.
And Dylan Garcia is also one of those hitters that also got a hit at his first at bat.
Ball 1.
A lot of strikes we're seeing from both pitchers. They're attacking the zone.
Oh, hit in the center field. This time, doesn't go nearly as close to William Dalton, so a 2-out single for Dylan Garcia. He's now 2 for 2 on the day, helping increase his batting average.
Yeah, the Coyotes currently have 5 hits in 3 innings of work.
And Mason St. Hilary, who went down swinging in his first plate appearance, looking to keep this going. Check over to first. And Sia's as a left-handed pitcher. Oh, that ball getting past him, but not far enough for Dylan Garcia to advance. And Cade Aslan was there to give it to him.
Yeah, Mason was a victim last inning, striking out.
Oh, pops this high into shallow right center, and looks like the second baseman was going to make the initial call, but then coming in and calling him off was William Dalton for out number 3. So after 3, Coyotes still hold a 1-run lead. We're going to the top of the 4th with the top of the order of the Colonials due up. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows good things come in 3s, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including 1 mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. But look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in 3s at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Welcome back. It's the top of the fourth. Thomason on the mound still for the Coyotes. Only pitching throwing 44 pitches in 3 innings is pretty solid as he faces Newcomb. Newcomb swings and misses at the first pitch, strike 1. In the top of the order in the first inning, we were retired 1-2-3. Looking to change that, get a run on the board. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lets that bounce in the dirt before it gets to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Newcomb grounded out to the third baseman in his first at bat. Breaking pitch for a strike.
A 1-2. Thomas hit ahead early, and it was a 2-2 count in which Aaron Newcomb grounded out 5-3. Oh, hit by pitch. That's the first of the day.
Ooh, that's a stinger right there.
So the tying run aboard. Later on in this game, there would be a couple defensive substitutions for the Coyotes and the Colonials. As of right now, they remain the same as where they were when they started. And usually the 4th inning is when the coaches make those changes. Ball 1.
Gus Harper in his last at bat fouled out to the first baseman to record the second out.
That one had enough hang time to end. It didn't drift enough, and so they were able to get it. That was Manzano. 1-1 count. There's strike 2. The umpire with the slow decision, so now it's another 1-2 count, back to back. Doesn't want to follow this up with another hit by pitch. The 1-2. Pop back against the net, stays alive.
Doing whatever he can to stop the runner from going to second. So he would have to get this out right here.
Taking his time. More time in between pitches. There's strike 3. So going down looking is Gus Harper, but stealing second is Aaron Newcomb. So runner and score in position. And here's William Dalton, who went down looking to end the first inning. The infielders, they were having a chat with the Aaron Newcomb at second. And the shortstop moving closer, anticipating a pickoff attempt. There's ball 1 for Dalton. Right now, it's in this game that seems, it looks like it's his most competitive through 4 innings as any I've seen thus far.
Yeah, tight game, man. We're still in the 4th inning. A lot of line here for them.
Grounds that over to the first baseman. He'll go over and tag the bag unassisted for out number 2. So that moves Newcomb over to third. The tying run for the Colonials 90 feet away.
And now we have Kaden Aslan, who struck on his last at bat. It's 0 for 1.
Swing and a miss, making contact with the catcher's helmet. So no balls, 1 strike.
You got to put some respect on the catchers lately. They take a lot of foul balls to their body.
And also when they're catching that 80s, like in high 90s heat, it wears out their hand and they have to squat, and so they need strong calves. The catcher is one of the most difficult positions to play in baseball, especially the higher up you go. And people say it's the pitcher because they stress out their arm, and that may be true. But with the catcher, their entire body aches probably after the day.
Oh yeah, also, especially after foul balls.
Ball 1. Even last night, they were looking at the Red Sox pitcher who he threw 300-mile-per-hour pitches in a row.
Oh my goodness.
There's 2-1. And then when I switched over to the Dodger game, it was Kopech and Tanner Scott and Kirby Yates deal in the heat, and they reached 100 each a couple of times. And yeah, it's got to be tough for Will Smith and, not Allison Barnes. He's not on the team anymore, but the new guy they just picked up, I forget his name. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Colonials are down to their final strike of this inning.
That's why they pay him the big bucks.
The cheddar cheese. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Thompson gets out of the inning after giving up an HBP. No runs come around to score. Coyotes still lead 1-0. We're going to the bottom of the 4th with 4, 5, 6 due up. Hang tight.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Thompson got himself out of a pickle there. He hit by pitch on the first batter, then retiring the next 3, including 2 strikeouts. And here's ball 1 for Caleb Montemayor. Due up after him, Antonio Longobardi and Luke Manzano. Sia's still on the mound for the Colonials.
Montemayor ended up getting a RBI single to put up the only run so far in his game.
Fouls that off, and looks like it was off his leg, the one with the leg guard on it, so not too much pain.
Bruised central too if you foul it off, if you pull it foul.
The 1-1 pitch from Celias. Strike 2. right now in this game, like the adjustments that each teams are making, they're working out and they don't need to be too intense because of it's just a one-run game. But whenever something goes right for one side, make a run, it immediately shifts momentum to the other side. Is ground over to the second baseman. We have 4-3 put out. Harper to Munoz.
A great way to recover from that.
Nacias has a chance, though. Even he has an earned run and fewer strikeouts than Thomason. He has a chance here to get through 4 innings with fewer pitches than Thomason, as Thomason reached up to 60 after 4, and Sia is only up to 42. There's ball 1. Taking a deep breath, delivers. Strike 1.
Longobardi is currently 0 for 1.
The 1-1 pitch.
It looked like he wanted to swing there, but he was able to hold it back.
He held it back, but it was in the zone anyway, so perhaps taking a swing could have helped, but now it's a pitcher's count. Check swing. He goes around, and he'll go down actually looking that he did not come around on that, as the umpire deferred to the first baseman anyway. That's going to be a looking K. So 2 retired on 8 pitches. Here's Luke Manzano, who struck out swinging to lead off in the second. Ooh, having to avoid being hit by that one. Ball 1.
Haven't seen much wild pitches or anything out of the ordinary for these pitchers. They've both been locked in from the start.
Oh, that is hit right up the middle. It's going to get past Newcomb. And throwing it in real fast is William Dalton. So a 2-out single. And we've seen that already from the Coyotes. That was back in the 3rd inning with Dylan Garcia. Here's Caden Horwood, who also struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Check over to first. Luke Manzano is safe.
Even though the Coyotes have 6 hits, but they were only able to put 1 run on the board.
Strike 1. There's ball 1. Nice clear blue skies today. Barely any clouds. Just some thin ones in the distance.
It's a beautiful day for baseball, that's I can tell you.
2 balls, 1 strike for Caden Horwood. It's a batter's count. Cias delivers. There's ball 3. A 3-1 count, not something we've seen much of today. Only twice before, I believe, in which there was a 3-1 count at any point during a plate appearance.
Yeah, it's great to see. This is why it's only a 1-0 ball game.
And now it's a full count.
Testing these batters as both teams been swinging the bat really well the past games.
Ooh, bloop into left field. Now will be back-to-back singles and going over an extra base. He'll slide in time as the ball just bounces right on the baseline between second and third. So that single by Caden Horwood moves Luke Manzano all the way to third, and we have the second run of the game for the Coyotes 90 feet away.
Yeah, Manzano was really aggressive. But again, it's a lot easier to run on 2 outs because you never know if he's going to catch it. So he just took advantage of that and ended up on third.
Yeah, Everett Babcock had a 2-out single in the second. So 2-out singles are something it's just a routine for the Coyotes so far in this game. So we had the third one this inning, and there's strike 1. On deck, Matthew Kubotsu, who flew out to left to end the second. There's ball one, and the pickoff attempt to tag out Kane Horwood on the stolen base isn't even thrown. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Coyotes. Cia's having to deal with 2 base runners, both out of his line of view as he's a left-handed pitcher. They're kind of behind him. Heads up, had to duck from that. 2 balls, 1 strike.
There has not been an extra base hit for both of these teams. A lot of them are just putting the barrel to the ball, and it records for a single.
Oh, swing and a miss. Strike 2. And once again, the Coyotes down to their last strike of this inning.
Great 2-strike hitting for the Coyotes. They're not letting up.
Yeah, as you mentioned, no extra base hits, so those singles, all those batters are held up. And hit again.
Foul.
Did he get a piece of it?
Yeah, he got a piece of it and it bounced off the blue.
Oh.
Ooh.
And that poor umpire, though, there's been multiple games where he's gotten hit in because the catcher wasn't able to field it, and he's taking all that abuse. But he's okay. He's a trooper. So it's another 2-2 count.
2-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Coyotes leading only by 1 run. Tight ball game we have here today.
Ball 3.
Let's see if we can put him away here, because you do not want to load the bases up with the Coyotes swinging the bats well.
There's ball 4, and we have our first walk of the morning. It eluded us for the first 3.5 innings. So loaded bases for the Coyotes after Cia's retired the first 2 batters, and they're in a little bit of trouble. No mound visits yet either for Cia's. His coach has the utmost confidence in him that he'll find the right move when he needs to. And here's Kubotsu looking for his first hit. Strike 1.
Kobotu struck out looking. Oh no, excuse me. He lined out to the left fielder. His first at bat.
Oh, speaking of left field, he hits that in the shallow left, and it's going to get in between the shortstop, left fielder, and center fielder. And there's a 2 RBI single. It's now 3-0 Coyotes. They're extending their lead here in the bottom 4th.
Great hitting by the Coyotes. Another single. And now we have Kristen Arriola, the extra hitter.
And the extra hitter for the Coyotes potentially could come in as a catcher later on, as same as the extra hitter for the Colonials. What a way to respond, though, for the Coyotes after getting their first 2 batters retired and at risking going down in order. They respond with 2 hits, a walk, and another hit. Swing and a miss for Arriola. Cia's feeling the heat. There's strike 2.
And runners on first and second with 2 outs.
And he decided to go with a high fastball there, and that's kind of what you were saying earlier, is if they feel that it's good and it's right down the middle, it's not going to break, it's not going to curve or anything, then that's exactly what they'll swing at, and that's what happened with Arriola there. Another high fastball, a little more outside, doesn't bite the bait that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That fan right there near the handicap section, he has a little blue umbrella. He's kind of smart. He has a battery charged little fan, so he's in the shade and he's being cooled off as well. Christian Arriola goes down swinging, and they strand 2 more runners, but 2 more runs come home for the Coyotes as they lead 3-0. We go to the top of the 5th. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Colonials. We'll be right back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for two or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning. We still got Thomason on the mound for the Colonials as he faces Bradley Stoner, Russell Lopez, and Noah Munoz in this fifth. So he starts out the inning throwing 2 balls. It's a hitter's count as he now tallies up over to 62 pitches. The 2-0. High above the zone, ball 3. Patient deals ball 4, and there's a 4-pitch walk. And a good start. That's just what the Colonials needed after surrendering 2 more runs in the bottom 4th. The leading runner's on base. Believe me, the leadoff, not the leadoff runner. Here's Russell Lopez, the left fielder. Already been tested today on defense. Has 1 put out. Had to chase down a couple of balls. It got just past the infielder. There's strike 1. Yeah, top of the 5th. We're just getting the scoreboard fixed, and there's a throw over to first. Bradley Stoner is safe. One ball, no strikes. Over on the turf field, looks like we have Bombers versus A's. Oh, that's going to be a slow chopper, and that's going to be in foul territory, making contact on the bat late in the swing. So it was already moving towards that third base side, and that's why it went foul. The 1-2, chin music, ball 2. The 2-2. There's strike 3. A looking K for Russell Lopez. 1 out in the top 5th. So are you calling tonight's game with the Power, or is that Justin?
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't take a look at the schedule. I just knew Steven was doing color and Zach had the night off, and I'm doing PA. So it had to be one of the J's in this group. Swing and a miss for Noah Munoz. Strike 1. I know our marketing colleagues, they're going to have a lot of fun interacting with the dogs. Well, this is hit into right field, moving just a couple of steps forward to make the catch is St. Hilary for out number 2. There's the first F9 on the score sheet today.
A great way to bounce back after the leadoff walk. He's continued to get a strikeout looking and had him flied out to the right fielder to record the second out.
There's ball 1 for Brock Robbie. And something, when you're first watching baseball, you may think, well, why aren't the pitchers like in the major league level? Because they have the talent and the experience to throw it in the zone all the time. Well, you got to understand that sometimes the zone, while it may tally a strike, if they swing at that's their prime spot. This is popped up into left center, and moving over and making the catch is Montemayor for out number 3. So in 13 pitches, Thomason gets out of that after giving up a leadoff walk. And we're going to the bottom 5th. The Coyotes lead 3-0. We'll be back.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the 5th, due up the top of the order, Richard Gill, Dylan Garcia, and Mason St. Hilary. And we have a relief pitcher on the mound for the Colonials. It's number 28, Thomas Cheplik. Anthony Ciaz is done for the morning. We'll get you the final line score on him in just a moment. Swings at that, it's going to be, it pops out of the glove of the first baseman. He can still field it, and the throw's not in time. That rocketed off the bat. Looks like that'll be ruled a leadoff single. It's tough to score, but given how fast it was and how he quickly fielded it up anyway after it rolled out of his glove, it looks like that's not going to be an error. That's going to be a hit.
Yeah, hit very well, too. 2 for 3 for the day with the run.
And so here's the final line for Anthony Ciaz. 4 innings pitched, 67 pitches, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 8 hits, 3 runs, all of which are earned. Pop back against the net, strike 1 for Dylan Garcia.
Dylan Garcia also has a 2-hit day. He's 2 for 2.
I made the mistake of picking up my binoculars during the break, and they're black, so they absorb the heat, and I nearly dropped them. They're hot, hot, hot. I shouldn't have kept them in the sun. Why did I make that mistake? And they're metal, too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Part of them are metal anyway. Sheplik's still looking for the first out. Delivers. There's strike 2.
Making quick work in this at bat. He's only thrown 3 pitches.
Oh, that grounds just foul past the Coyotes' first base coach. And usually the coaches at first base are players that are not set to play in this game, and the head coaches are usually the third base coach. That's how it is in most levels of baseball. The 0-2. That's a slow chopper over to Kate Aslan at third. It'll be a 5-4 putout. Fielder's choice. So Aslan to Harper. That gets Richard Gill, the leading runner, out. They don't want to take any chances with a runner getting past them and their deficit growing even larger. So that was the smart decision by Aslan. He could have thrown it to first, as a third baseman would in most circumstances, but given the circumstances, he wanted to keep the runner at first.
Yeah, fielded it well, read it off the bat, great, and he was able to get the lead runner.
There's ball 1 as Dylan Garcia steals second, so he saw what they did and said, you know what, you're going to have a base runner in scoring position anyway. How do you like them apples?
Yeah, they're staying aggressive, just trying to pile on the lead here. Currently down 1-0 with 1 out still in the bottom of the 5th.
Foul ball, 1 strike.
Mason's currently 0 for 2 with the strikeout, and he fired out to the center fielder.
Two ball, one strike. Yeah, our colleagues, they're going to be interacting with dogs a lot tonight, and wandering MC is going to be Amy Johnson. I'll be on PA, and yeah, they'll get to pet the dogs down there. Not me. They're not allowed in the press box, so I don't get any of the love or cuddles that our friendly canines give us.
They'll have all the fun tonight.
The 3-1 swings and misses. Full count for Mason St. Hilaire.
Great way to come back after falling down at 3-1.
First out coming on a fielder's choice. A runner in scoring position. Pop foul. He'll stay alive at the plate.
Seen a lot of foul balls, not as much as swing and misses though. Both teams are just making contact with the pitches so far in 4 innings.
Yeah, 11 teams in this league, so there's going to be a day where they start playing the team for the second time. Whoa, hits this way deep and high, towering in right field, but getting underneath it. Oh, it bounces away. He can't find it in the sun. And Bradley Stoner not able to come up with it. And then bizarre occurrence as going over to third. Okay, it's hard. It's a lot to rule. First, let me just say this. So it will be a double for Mason St. Hilaire. Dylan Garcia is safe at third, but then he's tagged 1 out, 1-5 because he goes a little bit too far off the bag.
Yeah, I thought about going home right there. Because he was out in deep right field, but the sun's always a big factor out here.
Yeah, and for judgment calls like that, you don't want to score an error when there's clearly something out of their control playing a factor. In this case, the sunlight. So in that case, you typically defer saying how far did they get. Well, that's a double. So it's not going to be E9. If in some cases it would be, but that's going to be the first extra base hit for Mason St. Hilaire today. Slow chopper over to first, and it will be an unassisted out.
Yeah, great way to get out of it. Could have had 2 runners in scoring position, but the defense saw him off the bag a lot, so they were able to get their chance, and they took advantage of it.
So we're going to go to the top of the 6th. It's a 3-run lead for the Coyotes here against the Colonials. We'll be right back.
Family setting, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
All right, so top of the 6th, we still have Thomason on the mound for the Coyotes. He's done a great job. No runs have come home. And he's talking, it looks like the catcher, the umpire. But he's only given up 1 hit, no runs. A pretty solid day. There's ball 1. He faces 9-10-1 in the order. Daniel Dalton's leading off, Corey Fisher and Aaron Newcomb behind him. Ball 2, same exact spot. This is one of the last chances the Colonials will have. A check swing, he didn't make contact on it, but he does. Throwing it quickly over. Oh, it's out of the glove of the first baseman. It was kind of a wild throw from Horwood over to Manzano, and he'll get on base with E5. There's the first inning, or the first error of the game. And we're going to have a pinch runner over there for Daniel Dalton. It's number 13. We're going to get name on him real fast. Number 13 for the Colonials. He's not on the list. He's not even on the roster. We don't know who number 13 is. Yeah, there is a pinch runner over there. Two balls, no strikes. Oh, drifting foul and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. That could be a new addition to the roster. We were told of ahead of time. We'll get the name afterwards. And he'll have his identity known for the viewers, listeners, anyone who visits the website.
The unknown runner.
That's a chopper. It looks like it's going to be in fair territory. First baseman slipping. He's going to lob it over to the pitcher who goes and covers first base for out number 1.
A great recovery and to be able to finish the play. 3 when he was sitting down in the grass. But great toss for the first baseman to get the first out.
So now we're back to the top of the order with a runner in scoring position for the Colonials. It's Aaron Newcomb, the shortstop.
And Newcomb was hit by a pitch and grounded out to the third baseman in his first 2 at-bats. They have a runner in scoring position now. This is your chance to get on the board and cut it down to a 2-run deficit. Oh, great block by the catcher, preventing him from running to 3.
2 balls, no strikes. Thomason delivers, hit right up the middle. It's going to get past the shortstop, and it could drive home a run, and it will. Oh, no, actually, no, it won't. The relay home. Great job in the outfield by Gill to keep him at third. He read that. He ran up as soon as the ball was off the bat. He saw where it was going, and Longobardi was not going to be there in time. Great play by Gill. He saved a run.
Yeah, what an arm by the center fielder, too. Keeping both runners in their respectable spots at first and third. Still have a chance for a double play here to get out of here unscathed.
Yeah, the force out will be at second. Here's Gus Harper. Popping foul on the first pitch. It's in playable territory, though, and looking over his head and he can't quite find it is Manzano. So no balls and 1 strike.
It was close right there, too.
He had a good read on it, and the trouble is because of the spin of the ball and where it was going and how you have to torque your head up into the sun, that catch there is near impossible.
Yeah, just out of his reach as it grazed the tip of his glove.
The 0-1. Stealing second. Oh, there's a pass ball. And coming home to score on the pass ball is Daniel Dalton. Stealing second is Aaron Newcomb. So it's now 3-1. Colonials finally on the board.
And now this is another chance for them, too. Runner on second. Gus Harper looking for his first hit of the day. Has a chance to bring it down to 1.
And there's ball 2. Yeah, the tying run at the plate now. And there's a runner in scoring position. It's Aaron Newcomb, Gus Harper facing a 2-1 count. 0 for 2 so far. Looking to get on base for the first time today. Takes the 2-1 pitch. Swings and misses, starting low and ending high.
Great pitch to have him fishing down there.
That's popped and it's going to drift foul. Oh no, actually it was caught by Manzano and the first baseman or the catcher gave up. I thought that was out of here.
Yes, luckily it's set in play too. The batters have to be careful. It is a lot of foul ground that's out there too, so anything that stays up in the air, you got to hold your breath for a second. But that'd be the second out of the inning.
So still a runner on second base. William Dalton. Also 0 for 2. Takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's up to 90 pitches now. Thomason getting the utmost confidence of his coach, Jacob. Swings and hits that into left field, and barely having to move is Montemayor making the catch for out number 3. So after 5.5, the Coyotes lead the Colonials 3-1. That 1 run for the Colonials coming in this inning. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th. Hang tight.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. Cheplick on the mound for a second inning of work for the Colonials. Due up 5-6-7. Leading off Antonio Longobardi, and after him, Luke Manzano and Caden Horwood. Pops that back. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch. There's strike two. And Thomas Cheplick, he came in his team is hanging on by a thread situation because only 7 innings in the PSCL. They're down by 3, and they haven't been able to get any sort of momentum on offense all day. As Cheplick retires Antonio Longobardi on 3 pitches. And he's done as good a job as you could ask for. No runs, just giving up 2 hits and a couple fielder's choices. So some funky occurrences. It's a 1-5 put out. As the runner on third was stealing. So he's gotten himself into the groove and kept the Colonials in this game, and he's hoping for something to happen in the top 7th. Swing and a miss, strike one. So coming into this inning, he's got 4 consecutive strikes.
Coming in, pounding the zone early on.
4 pitches, 4 strikes, 5 pitches, 5 strikes. It's an 0-2 count for Manzano. It's that cutter and that curveball that keeps the batters on their toes. There it is again.
6 pitches, 3, all strikes too. Be a second strikeout of the inning.
We still have not had an immaculate inning yet here in the PSCL or the Power. We've gotten close, and still a chance for that is Cheplick, looking to get the first immaculate inning of the season. Here's number 10, Caden Horwood, 1 for 2 today with a run scored.
Probably one of the toughest things to do as well.
Foul back. Okay, he's 2 strikes away from doing that. No balls, 1 strike. Here we got on deck, in case that doesn't happen, is Everett Babcock, 1 for 1. The 0-1 winds up slow. Oh, there's ball 1. Man, he came close. Came real close. So 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Horwood has a hit and a strikeout with the run scored as well.
Hits that deep and high over into right field, and making the grab is Bradley Stoner for out number 3. So Cheplick only throwing 10 pitches in the bottom 6th inning. That's 3 fewer than in the 5th inning. And it's a 3-1 lead for the Coyotes still. It's the Colonials' last chance. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows good things come in 3s, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Colonials. On the mound to close and has a save opportunity is number 4, Carson Romero, as he faces Caden Aslin, Bradley Stoner, and Russell Lopez. And there's ball 1. The final line for Zach Thomason. We'll get that to you in just a moment. In between pitches, the 1-0, 1-1. 6 innings pitched, 91 pitches, no walks, 7 strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 run, no earned runs. That one getting on base because of E5. He's in line for the win. Romero has a save opportunity here. Pop back against the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is one of the better pitching games that we've seen thus far from PSCL. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it's been a great pitching duel, to be honest. Both starting pitchers, they weren't letting up early on. It's just both batters were also swinging at strikes only most of the time, so it was very tough for the pitchers to get the chase at anything.
This is popped into shallow right field, moving back. Looks like the second baseman's going to catch it. They collide and it bounces.
Well, hopefully they're okay.
Whoops, and that will be ruled an error on somebody. It's up to our discretion, but that's got to hurt that collision.
Oh yeah, those collisions are always you don't want to mess with them because you're always running full speed.
And the thing with that, it bounced out of the glove of the second baseman on the collision, so that's going to be an E9. So that error being charged to the right fielder Mason St. Hilary.
And now we got Bradley Stoner up to bat, who walked in his last at bat.
There's strike 1. So the tying run at the plate.
Now let's see if they're going to be aggressive here and try to steal to get a runner at second base with no outs. Stoner's down in the hole, 0-2. Still have a chance here. It's in within reach. Only down by 2.
Swings and a miss. So swings and misses. So there's one out, and Bradley Stoner goes down on 3 strikes, and we still have in this situation the tying run at the plate. This time it's Russell Lopez. Now on that collision though in shallow right field, it's a tough one to say because that could have been playable by either, and usually the error is charged to that whose collision knocks the ball out of the glove. So both players played it well. There's just the communication was lacking there a bit.
But if you're the Colonials, you'll take it though. Anyone that gets on, hopefully they can bring him in. That's what they'll need right now if they want to continue to remain at 2-3, or hopefully win it and be 3-3.
Romero taking a deep breath, deals the pitch, high fastball, fake pickoff, a little pump fake by the catcher Dylan Garcia.
Two count currently right here in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. Runner at first with 1 out still.
The 2-0 pitch. Oh, Nat soaring towards his head. Ball 3.
And the batter on deck is Noah Munoz, the first baseman, who's also 0 for 2.
There's strike 1. He finds the zone after throwing fastballs, dotting around the zone. The 3-1 count for Russell Lopez, who struck out in both his at-bats today. Wants to get a hit here and keep the game going. There's a walk. So now the tying run at first, the leading run coming to the plate.
Colonials aren't going out without a fight, continuing to get runners on, take pitches, and get into hitters counts when they can.
Yeah, it's tough to gauge whether the pitching change maybe was a little too early or too late, but the one thing that's certain is Carson Romero able to find the zone with ease when he does. We see him with that changeup and that curveball that he threw 3 consecutive strikes to Bradley Stoner, and he was ahead in the count against Caden Aslan that got on base because of that error. Would be 2 outs right about now, but he's right now has to face Munoz, who struck out and flew out in his 2 at-bats. First pitch popped out of play and foul into the stands somewhere.
The Colonials are starting to get some momentum. After that error, they ended up getting another batter on base. They currently have first and seconds with 1 out still. Only down by 2 runs.
The 0-1 pitch from Romero. Keep an eye on the base runners before delivering. Oh, hits this. It's going to be a line right to the second baseman. A 4-6 put out, and it will be a 4-6-3 double play. It is not. And just there in time, getting there safely on the fielder's choice is Noah Munoz.
Great save by the first baseman, too. Aslan would have easily scored if it went past him, but the first baseman stretched out to his fullest extent and saved a run from coming in.
And Caden Aslan safe at third. The reason he waited, though, he thought it was going to be a line out, and then when he realized it was going to bounce in front of him, he took off for third. So runners on in the corners on that fielder's choice. 2 outs. Strike 1 for Brock Robbie.
There's a chance right here to tie it up at least, or bring in a run with the base hit.
That's chopped foul, and they're down to their last strike.
They're in dire need right here. Brock Robbie put the ball in play twice, but just had nothing to show for it.
Yeah, he's flew out to left in both of his at bats, getting a piece under the bat under the ball, but the left fielder was underneath the ball as well, and he made the catch with ease. Montemayor doing a great job in left field today. Strike 3, and that is how the game will end. Brock Robbie goes down on strikes. Final score, Colonials 1, Coyotes 3. And so the Coyotes improved to 500 after starting out the year 0-3. They now respond with 3 consecutive wins. Colonials fall to 2-4. Johnny, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, I thought the game started off very great as both teams had a lot of stuff on the line, both trying to fight for 500, move up in the standings, and both pitchers came out just dealing. Great way to start off the game for them. As well as the batters too, as they weren't taking any they weren't swinging at any bad pitches or fishing at it. They were swinging at strikes. But as a pitcher, that's all you can do at that point.
So the win goes to Zach Thomason, the save goes to Carson Romero, and the loss goes to Anthony Cias. So we'll be back around 11:30 for Game 2. It's going to be the Bootleggers versus the Blue Sox. Thank you all for listening and watching.